Hey everyone, I thought I'd do a little collective message for us today. I'm about to jump on live if anyone wants to join me as well. Okay, so I've pulled some few cards. The video got deleted, so I'm just going to go back through with what I had and pull some new ones. Okay, so this is for our light workers, our star seeds, anyone for the new earth that is here through this ascension process. The people that aren't meant for this probably won't see it. And if you do see this and you're like, that seems a bit strange, you'll probably have an awakening a little bit later on. So there's going to be another massive awakening portal in around 2030. A lot of people have just been awakening over the last 20 years. I had my awakening in 2019, and people are just coming into this awareness of we're a soul having a human experience. So if you're on that journey, this is for you. So it's just saying you are being isolated to look inward, to slow down, to retreat, and to be still, to disconnect from things that aren't bringing in high vibration. So this is talking about boundaries. It's giving you space to really check in with yourself when you're hanging out with people. Do I like who I become when I'm around them? Do I feel drained? Really starting to get picky with what we're giving our energy to. Okay, so the isolation is to listen and communicate with your soul, figuring out what you're here to do with your body, what makes it happy, what nurtures it, and with the earth itself. So Mother Earth is going through a massive awakening process as well, or an ascension process as well, and we are here to help with that. So a lot of it is around we are born into certain family lines or certain situations where we might have a lot of darkness to transmute. And the more that we transmute and release this energy, the more we're bringing in our soul frequency. So if anyone needs any help with releasing any of this stuff, I do a shadow work, new earth activation series. It's all around inner child healing, ancestral clearing, where we call on our ascended masters, our guides, and get their help in being able to receive this energy, but also being able to release the shit that just doesn't serve us anymore. So if you need help with that, it's going to run again. We're still doing one at the moment, but it's going to run again in October if that calls out to you. So being isolated to unlock more of yourself, to connect in with your guides as well, because we get so distracted. We have so much stuff going on in our brains and on our phones and all of that. Sometimes we just need to have that isolation to kind of integrate what these lessons are. A big message of the last one that got deleted was embodiment as well. So you might have already received a lot of lessons throughout the years, just awarenesses and downloads and stuff coming in of what makes you feel good and what doesn't make you feel good. And Spirit is just asking, before we could kind of fake it till we make it, and Spirit's like, no, we've really got to really walk our talk. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so to connect in with your inner wisdom as well. So just to be able to have this information come in without any sort of distortion from other people. So I was saying in the last video as well, it is good to really trust where you're being led and where you're being guided to. So certain mentors or teachers will come up into your field. They may have certain codes for you. They may have certain things for your frequency. Even if it doesn't make sense, trust your intuition. I always say don't have more than 3 mentors at a time, because your biggest mentor is your spirit guides and your intuition. So sometimes they will pull all that stuff back just so you start to really, because we are very gifted to be here. We're not beginners, or they don't send people down to the earth through an ascension process to do this work, people that have no idea. So on a soul level, you have big gifts. You have these abilities to be able to do this work, and you have a lot of assistance from the other side. Okay, so it's just saying you have chosen this sacred journey and this soul calling of awakening. Be gentle with yourself. Nourish the body and the mind. There is certain things, the Schumann resonance, all these light codes coming in. Sometimes you might get an achy head, or your body might be a bit achy, or some of my students and myself will just get big flashes of light and stuff come in. There's certain ascension symptoms that they just want you to tap into the body. Is this something that I need to be worried about, or is this something I just need to sit through? Okay, be tender with self, really breathing deeply, getting back into meditation. It says you're amidst the awakening process. You have many guides, ancestors, and angels helping you to go through this, through your earth initiation. Trust the visions and the downloads that are coming through to you. You're not crazy. Everyone picks up information in different ways. I'm a big feeler, so I get a lot of energy when I sit with a client. I can feel their sadness. I can feel if they've had depression. Some people get a lot of visions. A lot of other people get audible messages. Sometimes it's just a subtle feeling. This is a muscle for us to be built up. So the pineal gland has been calcified for such a long time that don't have these massive expectations that it's all going to just turn on. Sometimes it does. For me, it just turned on, which in itself is really overwhelming as well. And then you've got to really learn how to ground it back down. Okay, so trust the visions and the downloads that are coming in. You're being led to certain places, certain people for a reason. Your inner light is ready to create, whether it be writing, drawing, singing, whatever ideas have come to your field have come in for a reason. So I'm like, Spirit, you've got certain things that you are here to bring on the earth. Sometimes it's just to play and have fun, and then other times we're going to have a bit of more of a soul mission. Okay. Okay, this one is just talking about elders and teachers. You might already have a mentor or someone in your field. It could be Mother Earth herself. It could be the trees itself. And then they're just talking about stepping forward into this expansion process. We know that it's very uncomfortable to live a certain life for such a long time, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I've been asleep. I don't know what I'm actually here for. A lot of it is just being able to stay true to yourself and then call it and manifest it to you. So getting back into your center, not getting distracted by all the different timelines that are happening, because there's so many happening on the earth at the moment. So really getting back to self, staying true to you. And you'll get tested as this happens. You will have things that'll come in that'll try to take you out of your anchor. And it's, what are you going to do with that information? Okay, again, it's talking about creativity. Trust your visions that are coming through. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else for our starseed light workers or anyone on this path? Any information that needs to come through? Okay, they're just bringing up, sometimes because there is dark and light energy, sometimes we think that we're being punished. Sometimes we think we're being attacked. Sometimes we are being attacked. And Spirit wants us to know the frequency of our heart is what's going to repel that. So entities and things like that can only attach to our field if we're in that field, if that makes sense. So I want you to, if you're ever in that fearful state, because God knows I've been there as well when things come into my field, and I want you just to expand your heart field. Like really just imagine this balloon blowing up, because anything that is of a lower frequency, they don't like that. That triggers the fuck out of them. They don't like it. Okay, so Spirit is also saying the manifestations that you've put out there, let those seeds be watered and nurtured. On a higher level, we can just manifest instantly. We can just look at something or point at something and it creates. On the earth field, we don't have that. So we get very impatient here and we're like, why isn't it happening? Maybe it's not meant for me. Spirit's like, oh no, sometimes time just works a little bit different. So they're just saying these wishes and these things will come through, but let go of your connection to how it's going to happen, or just let it go completely and then it will come in even faster. Okay, and it's just talking about you are right on track. You are fucking amazing. Anyone that is doing this work is amazing. Anyone that can look inward and go, hey, maybe I need to do a bit of inner work and maybe I need to release some of this inner child stuff. They're saying that you have been hidden for a reason, hidden treasure, because it wasn't time yet. Even if you had awakened 20 years ago, the time of this ascension process is really amping up now. So they're just saying more gifts will be revealed to you the more you let go. I always say the higher we want to go, the more inward we want to go. Spirit, one more card, please. Okay, weather the storms. Let it change you. Embrace the unexpected. I just keep getting this message a lot lately, is just to flow. Let it flow. Breathe. Let it happen. we're on this divine life plan and we don't have control. So let it happen to you. Mwah! I'm about to go live.